It is usually more convenient to state definitions and numbers in any general format, and this here is where literal numbers comes into play, where numbers are represented by letters. For example, when a statement says that when a first number is to the left of a second number with respect to the number line, we say that first number is going to be represented as the alphabet, let's say B, and we have our second number to be represented as the letter C, and this is where we have our number to be represented as a letter, which is what literal number means. And this statement that says that it is to the left of the second number based on the number line means that the first number B is what? Less than the second number C. Or another example that says that the reciprocal of a number, in this case a number, is going to be represented as the letter which we'll go to label as M, and reciprocal, that statement means that we have 1 divided by the number M, or you can rewrite these as 1 over M. Now, in terms of classification, there are two types of literal numbers. The two types include the following. One is the ones that vary in respect to a specific problem, and this is known as what? A variable. However, the ones that are fixed numbers are known as constants. Let's say, for example, we have this formula which is V equals the I multiplied by R. What we realize is that when R is known as the resistance, we are going to be focusing on how a resistor is going to be fixed. The variables are as follows. We have V to be changing, which is known as the voltage, while the I is known as the current, which is going to be changing as well. So these here are known as the variables, while the R, which is from the resistor, is known as the fixed or constant. Now, how about another format that has a C to be equal to A times N but plus B? What we can recognize is that our C and N are known as the variables that are changing, where C is the cost of an item and N is the number of items. However, our A and our B are known as constants, which are numbers that don't change in this particular equation. And so that is something to keep in mind about literal numbers when it comes to variable as varying in a problem versus constants, which are numbers that are fixed in a problem. Therefore, how does this look like in an example? This looks like, for example, where we have C, which is a cost, to be equal to, let's say, 8 times Rn plus a number which is 3,000. What 8 means is that 8 shows you the relationship between the cost of the item in dollars per number of quantity, and this other value here, which is 3,000, is known as the starting value, and this here is going to be going up from there. Starting value, or you can say that it is the original value for no items, so breaking point. Therefore, these two numbers here are known as constants, which means that they are fixed. However, our other variables which are as follows to B, N, and C, are indicating how your number of items will impact the cost of the item. However, if we want to determine the number of items, all we need to do is to define a cost, and that leads us to how many items is based on the operations that you are applying to your fixed numbers.